A drink has been consumed for nearly 5,000 years across some of the longest lived civilizations in human history. Monks drank it before meditation to sharpen their minds. Warriors drank it before battle to steady their nerves and increase their endurance. Emperors demanded it be served at every meal because they believed it held the secret to vitality and longevity. That drink is green tea, and the remarkable thing is that modern science has confirmed almost everything these ancient cultures believed about it. Green tea is one of the most extensively studied beverages in the entire scientific literature, and its benefits for cardiovascular health, blood flow, and overall vitality are supported by hundreds of published research papers. But here's what almost nobody knows. As powerful as green tea is on its own, most people are only accessing a fraction of its true potential. The way you prepare it, what you add to it, and which compounds you combine with it can dramatically change how much benefit you actually receive from every cup. There are specific natural ingredients that, when added to green tea, amplify its effects on blood flow and circulation to a degree that is genuinely remarkable. And the science behind these combinations is not speculative. It's published, peer-reviewed, and reproducible. I'm Dr. Sophia Carter, and today I'm going to walk you through the science of green tea, explain exactly how it supports your circulatory system at the molecular level, and then reveal the specific additions that can transform your daily cup into one of the most powerful natural circulation supporting beverages you can possibly consume. I've saved the most surprising addition for the very end of this video. So please stay with me through the entire discussion because I promise it will be worth your time. Let's begin with green tea itself because understanding the foundation is essential before we start building on it. Green tea comes from the Camellia sinensis plant, the same plant that produces black tea and oolong tea. The difference lies in how the leaves are processed after harvest. Green tea leaves are quickly steamed or pan-fired to prevent oxidation, which preserves the delicate, bioactive compounds that would otherwise be broken down during the fermentation process used to make black tea. This minimal processing is the reason green tea retains such a remarkably high concentration of a specific group of polyphenol called catechins. Catechins are the true powerhouses of green tea. There are several different catechins present in green tea, but the most abundant and most biologically active is epigallocatechin gallate, which researchers commonly refer to as EGCG. This single compound has been the subject of thousands of published studies, and its effects on the cardiovascular system are nothing short of extraordinary. EGCG directly stimulates the production of nitric oxide in the endothelium, which is the thin lining of cells inside every blood vessel in your body. Nitric oxide is the master signaling molecule of blood flow. When your endothelial cells release nitric oxide, the smooth muscle cells in your blood vessel walls receive the signal to relax. When those smooth muscles relax, the blood vessels widen, resistance to blood flow decreases, and circulation improves throughout your entire body, including to the extremities, the brain, the organs, and the pelvic region. Everything that depends on blood flow, which is essentially every function in your body, benefits when nitric oxide production is optimized. EGCG promotes nitric oxide production by activating an enzyme called endothelial nitric oxide synthase. This is the enzyme inside your blood vessel lining that actually manufactures nitric oxide from the amino acid arginine. When EGCG activates this enzyme, nitric oxide production increases measurably, and researchers have documented improvements in flow-mediated dilation, which is the gold standard clinical measurement of vascular function following green tea consumption. But EGCG does something else that is equally important. It protects the nitric oxide that your body produces from being destroyed by free radicals. Nitric oxide is a fragile molecule with a very short lifespan. In an environment of oxidative stress, which is increasingly common as we age, free radicals called superoxide anions react with nitric oxide and neutralize it before it can reach the smooth muscle cells and do its job. EGCG is a powerful antioxidant that scavenges these superoxide radicals, effectively extending the functional lifespan of each nitric oxide molecule your body creates. This dual action, increasing production while simultaneously reducing destruction, is what makes EGCG such an exceptionally effective compound for circulatory support. Green tea also contains a theanine, an amino acid that is almost unique to the tea plant. L-theanine crosses the blood-brain barrier and promotes the production of alpha brain waves, which are associated with a state of calm alertness. But L-theanine also has direct vascular effects. It has been shown to promote the relaxation of blood vessel walls through mechanisms that complement but differ from the nitric oxide pathway. While EGCG works primarily through nitric oxide, L-theanine appears to reduce the activity of the sympathetic nervous system, which is the system that causes blood vessel constriction during stress. By calming sympathetic overdrive, L-theanine helps remove one of the barriers to healthy blood flow that many people, especially those under chronic stress, experience on a daily basis. Green tea additionally provides small amounts of caffeine, typically around 30 to 50 million per cup, which is enough to promote mild peripheral vasodilation and increase alertness, without the jittery overstimulation that higher caffeine doses can cause. It also contains quercetin, camperol, and other flavonoids that contribute additional antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. So the foundation we're working with is already impressive. Now let's make it exceptional. The first addition I want to share with you is fresh lemon juice. And before you think this is too simple to be powerful, let me explain the science, because what lemon does to green tea is genuinely brilliant. Here's the problem that most green tea drinkers don't know about. The cacains in green tea, including that precious EGCG, are relatively unstable in the alkaline environment of your intestines. As green tea passes through your digestive system, a significant portion of the cacains degrade before they can be absorbed into your bloodstream. Studies have estimated that without intervention, the bioavailability of green tea cacains can be remarkably low, with some estimates suggesting that less than 20% of the HCG you consume actually makes it into your circulation in active form. This is where lemon juice becomes transformative. Research published in respected nutrition journals has demonstrated that adding citrus juice to green tea dramatically increases cacain stability and absorption. The citric acid and ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C in lemon juice, create a more acidic environment that protects cacains from degradation as they pass through the digestive tract. One study found that the addition of citrus juice increased recoverable cacain levels by as much as 5 times compared to green tea consumed without any citrus. 5 times. That means you could be getting 5 times more EGCG into your bloodstream, 5 times more nitric oxide stimulation, and 5 times more antioxidant protection from the exact same cup of tea, simply by squeezing some fresh lemon into it. Vitamin C itself is also a potent supporter of vascular health. It is essential for the synthesis of collagen, which is the structural protein that gives blood vessel walls their strength and integrity. It recycles other antioxidants in the body, extending their protective effects. And it has been shown to enhance nitric oxide bioavailability through its own independent mechanisms, complementing the effects of each CG rather than merely duplicating them. The juice of half a fresh lemon squeezed into your cup of green tea after it has cooled slightly is all you need. Adding the lemon after the tea has cooled a bit is important because excessive heat can degrade vitamin C. This single simple addition may be the most impactful change you can make to your green tea routine. The second addition that I strongly recommend is raw honey. And I want to be very specific here. I'm talking about raw, unprocessed, unheated honey, not the commercial, pasteurized, heavily filtered honey that fills most grocery store shelves. The difference between the two is enormous from a biochemical perspective. Raw honey contains a diverse array of bioactive compounds that are destroyed by the high heat pasteurization process used in commercial honey production. These compounds include a wide range of flavonoids and phenolic acids that have documented antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Raw honey also contains trace amounts of naturally occurring hydrogen peroxide, enzymes like glucose, oxidase, and a variety of organic acids that contribute to its therapeutic properties. What makes raw honey particularly relevant to our discussion about blood flow is its effect on nitric oxide metabolism. Research has shown that certain phenolic compounds in raw honey, particularly chrysin and pinobrin, can stimulate nitric oxide production in endothelial cells. When combined with the HCG from green tea, which is also stimulating nitric oxide production through its own distinct pathway, you create a convergent effect where multiple different compounds are all pushing nitric oxide production upward simultaneously through different mechanisms. Raw honey also has prebiotic properties, meaning it feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. This matters for blood flow because your gut microbiome has been shown to play a direct role in cardiovascular health and nitric oxide metabolism. Certain gut bacteria produce metabolites that enhance endothelial function and support healthy blood pressure regulation by nourishing these beneficial bacteria. Raw honey indirectly supports the vascular health benefits you're already getting from the green tea and lemon combination. Add 1 teaspoon of raw honey to your green tea after it has cooled to a comfortable drinking temperature. Adding honey to extremely hot water can damage some of its delicate, bioactive compounds. So patience here is rewarded with greater therapeutic value. The natural sweetness of honey also makes the slightly astringent taste of green tea more palatable for many people, which can help with long-term consistency. The third addition is one that creates a genuinely transformative combination, and that's freshly grated ginger root. Ginger and green tea together have been consumed across Asian cultures for centuries, and the scientific reasoning behind this traditional pairing is now well understood. Ginger contains bioactive compounds called gingerols and shogaols that have powerful effects on circulation. Gingerols promote blood flow through multiple mechanisms. They stimulate vasodilation in peripheral blood vessels. They create a thermogenic response that increases blood flow as the body works to distribute heat, and they inhibit the excessive aggregation of platelets, which helps maintain healthy blood viscosity and prevents the sluggish flow that can occur when blood becomes too thick. The anti-inflammatory effects of ginger are also highly relevant. Gingerols inhibit the production of inflammatory prostaglandins and leukotrienes, which are compounds that promote inflammation in blood vessel walls. When blood vessel walls are chronically inflamed, their ability to produce and respond to nitric oxide is severely compromised. By reducing this vascular inflammation, ginger helps restore the endothelium's natural ability to regulate blood flow, working in concert with the EGCG from green tea that is simultaneously stimulating nitric oxide production from the other direction. There's another mechanism through which ginger supports the effects of green tea, and it involves absorption. Ginger has been shown to enhance gastrointestinal motility and to improve the absorption of various nutrients and bioactive compounds. While the exact effect of ginger on kakin absorption has not been as extensively studied as the citrus effect, there is reasonable scientific basis to believe that ginger's influence on digestive function may enhance the overall bioavailability of the kachons in your green tea. To add ginger to your green tea, simply grate approximately 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger root into your cup and allow it to steep along with the tea leaves or tea bag for 3 to 5 minutes. The warm, slightly spicy flavor of ginger complements green tea beautifully and creates a beverage that is both invigorating and deeply satisfying. If you prefer a stronger ginger presence, you can simmer sliced ginger in water for several minutes before using that ginger-infused water to brew your green tea. The fourth addition is one that most people would never think to put in their tea, but the science behind it is compelling and the results can be remarkable. I'm talking about a pinch of cayenne pepper. Before you dismiss this idea, let me explain why it makes such profound biochemical sense. Cayenne pepper contains capsaicin, a compound that interacts with the receptor on your nerve endings and blood vessel walls called TRPV1. When capsaicin activates TRPV1 receptors, it triggers a potent vasodilation response that significantly increases blood flow to the tissues where these receptors are present. TRPV1 receptors are found throughout the cardiovascular system, and their activation by capsaicin has been shown in clinical research to improve blood flow, reduce blood pressure, and enhance overall vascular function. Capsaicin also stimulates the release of a neuropeptide called calcitonin, gene-related peptide, which is one of the most powerful vasodilators produced by the human body. This peptide directly relaxes smooth muscle cells in blood vessel walls, causing vessels to widen and blood flow to increase. The vasodilatory effect of capsaicin through this pathway is independent of the nitric oxide pathway, which means it adds yet another complementary mechanism of action on top of what the green tea, lemon, and ginger are already providing. Research has also demonstrated that capsaicin can improve endothelial function over time with regular consumption. It appears to enhance the expression of endothelial nitric oxide synthase, the very enzyme that EGCG also activates. When two different compounds both upregulate the same enzyme through different signaling cascades, the net effect on enzyme activity can be substantially greater than either compound achieves alone. The amount of cayenne needed is very small. Just a tiny pinch, roughly 1/8 to 1/4 of a teaspoon stirred into your cup of green tea is sufficient to produce meaningful effects without making the tea uncomfortably spicy. Many people find that the slight heat from the cayenne actually enhances the overall sensory experience of the tea, especially when combined with ginger and honey. The heat builds gradually and creates a warming sensation that you can feel spreading through your body as blood flow increases. The fifth addition is Ceylon cinnamon, and its inclusion in this green tea formula serves a specific and important purpose that goes beyond simple flavor enhancement. Ceylon cinnamon contains cinnamaldehyde, the compound responsible for its distinctive flavor and aroma, along with various polyphenolic compounds that have been extensively studied for their health effects. Cinnamaldehyde has been shown to promote nitric oxide release from endothelial cells, providing yet another complementary pathway for the nitric oxide enhancement that forms the core circulatory benefit of this entire formulation. But the most important role that Ceylon cinnamon plays in this combination relates to blood sugar regulation. Cinnamon compounds have been demonstrated in multiple clinical trials to improve insulin sensitivity and support healthy blood sugar metabolism. This matters enormously for blood flow and vascular health, because chronically elevated blood sugar is one of the most destructive forces acting on your circulatory system. Excess glucose in the bloodstream triggers a process called glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins in your blood vessel walls. These glycated proteins, known as advanced glycation, end products stiffen blood vessel walls, impair endothelial function, reduce nitric oxide production, and promote chronic inflammation over time. This process is one of the primary reasons that vascular health declines with age, particularly in men who consume diets high in refined carbohydrates and sugars. By improving insulin sensitivity and blood sugar regulation, Ceylon cinnamon helps protect your blood vessels from glycation damage, preserving their flexibility, their responsiveness to nitric oxide, and their overall ability to deliver adequate blood flow to every organ and tissue in your body. This protective effect is particularly valuable when consuming green tea with honey, as the cinnamon helps modulate any blood sugar impact from the natural sugars in the honey. Ceylon cinnamon also has significant anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties of its own. It contains polyphenolic compounds that scavenge free radicals and reduce the activity of inflammatory pathways in vascular tissue. These effects layer on top of the antioxidant protection already provided by the EGCG in green tea and the vitamin C from the lemon, creating a comprehensive, multi-layered antioxidant defense system in a single cup. Add half a teaspoon to 1 full teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon powder to your green tea. It dissolves reasonably well when stirred thoroughly, and its warm, slightly sweet flavor is a natural complement to the other ingredients in this formulation. Again, I want to emphasize the importance of using Ceylon cinnamon specifically, rather than cassia cinnamon. Cassia contains significantly higher levels of coumarin, a compound that can be problematic for the liver when consumed daily in substantial amounts. Ceylon cinnamon provides all the therapeutic benefits with negligible coumarin content, making it safe and appropriate for daily long-term use. The sixth addition is one that I consider the finishing touch on this formulation, and it's turmeric. Specifically, a small amount of turmeric combined with a tiny pinch of black pepper. Turmeric contains curcumin, a polyphenolic compound that is one of the most extensively researched natural substances in modern science. Curcumin has been a subject of thousands of published studies examining its effects on inflammation, oxidative stress, cardiovascular function, and cellular health. Its anti-inflammatory effects are particularly powerful. Curcumin inhibits the nuclear factor kappa B pathway, which is the master switch controlling the expression of dozens of inflammatory genes. By modulating this single pathway, curcumin can reduce the production of a wide range of inflammatory cytokines, enzymes, and mediators that contribute to vascular inflammation and endothelial dysfunction. Curcumin has also been shown to directly improve endothelial function in clinical trials. One study found that regular curcumin supplementation improved flow-mediated dilation to a degree comparable to moderate aerobic exercise. That is a remarkable finding. It means that curcumin has measurable, clinically significant effects on the ability of your blood vessels to dilate and deliver blood where it's needed. Now here's the critical detail about turmeric. Curcumin has notoriously poor bioavailability when consumed on its own. It's rapidly metabolized and eliminated by your body before it can be absorbed in significant amounts. However, a compound found in black pepper called piperine has been shown to increase curcumin absorption by approximately 2,000%. That's not a typo. Piperine inhibits the enzymes that would normally break down curcumin in your gut and liver, allowing dramatically more of it to reach your bloodstream in active form. A tiny pinch of freshly ground black pepper added along with the turmeric is all that's needed to unlock this extraordinary absorption enhancement. Interestingly, piperine has also been shown to enhance the absorption of EGCG from green tea. So the black pepper isn't just helping the turmeric. It's potentially improving the bioavailability of the most important compound already present in your green tea. This creates a beautiful synergy where every ingredient in the cup is helping the other ingredients work more effectively. Add approximately 1 tar 4 to 1 tar 2 teaspoon of ground turmeric to your green tea, along with a small pinch of freshly ground black pepper. The flavor of turmeric is earthy and mild and blends well with the other ingredients, particularly the ginger and cinnamon. Now, let me bring this all together so you can see the complete picture of what this formulation accomplishes. When you brew a cup of green tea and add lemon juice, raw honey, fresh ginger, a pinch of cayenne, Ceylon cinnamon, and turmeric with black pepper, you've created a beverage that supports blood flow and vascular health through an extraordinary number of complementary pathways. The EGCG in green tea stimulates nitric oxide production through endothelial nitric oxide, synthase activation, and protects nitric oxide from free radical destruction. The lemon juice multiplies cakin bioavailability by up to 5 times and provides vitamin C for collagen synthesis and additional antioxidant protection. Raw honey contributes phenolic compounds that stimulate nitric oxide through independent pathways and feeds beneficial gut bacteria that support vascular health. Ginger promotes vasodilation, reduces vascular inflammation, improves blood viscosity, and potentially enhances cakin absorption. Cayenne activates TRPV1 receptors for powerful vasodilation and triggers calcitonin gene-related peptide release for additional smooth muscle relaxation. Ceylon cinnamon protects blood vessels from glycation damage through blood sugar regulation and provides additional nitric oxide support and antioxidant protection. And turmeric with black pepper delivers curcumin for master switch anti-inflammatory control and endothelial function improvement, while the piperine enhances absorption of both curcumin and EGCG. Each ingredient addresses a different aspect of circulatory health. There is no redundancy, there is only synergy, and the combined effect of all these compounds working together in a single daily beverage is something that no single ingredient could ever achieve on its own. For practical preparation, I recommend brewing your green tea in water that is around a 170 Minden rather than a full rolling boil, as excessive heat can damage the delicate kekans. Steep for 3 to 5 minutes. Add the ginger during steeping if using fresh grated ginger. Once the tea has cooled slightly to a warm but comfortable drinking temperature, add the lemon juice, honey, cayenne, cinnamon, turmeric, and black pepper. Stir well and enjoy. 1 to 2 cups of this formulation daily is an excellent target. Consistency matters far more than quantity. A single cup consumed every day will produce substantially better long-term results than 3 cups consumed sporadically. Make this part of your morning ritual or your afternoon routine. And over the weeks and months ahead, the cumulative benefits to your circulatory health and overall vitality can be truly remarkable. If this information was valuable to you, share it with someone who deserves to feel their best at any age. Subscribe for more evidence-based health content. I'm Dr. Sophia Carter, and I'll see you in the next